So hi, I'm Wilma Fingerdoo, and I'm talking to Miss Sharon Needles because she is so famous. How are you, doll?
I'm living the nightmare, Wilma, and I must say, what a trick or treat it is to meet you. And when I found your review videos for season 4 of RuPaul's Drag Race, it was a true honor to have someone as funny and witty and as talented as you to review us girls. And you always had such sweet things to say, except for Fifi O'Hara, of course.
Because she's a cunt. Let's just say it. And doesn't it make you feel better that the whole life that you're leading right now, I mean, you just sit there and you're on every magazine cover, you're dropping albums, and to know that she's gnashing her teeth in a shitty bar somewhere and paying for her own drinks.
Actually, you know, after the show aired and we realized that me and Fifi, as real as it was, we also made something that was very polarizing and also very entertaining. So, you know, we kind of buried the hatchet and we try to enjoy each other's company.
Well, short of Fifi, you're famous now, and you self-professed that people just did not like you when you were doing drag. You were never appreciated. Who did you tell to fuck off first?
No one. I just choose to put all that in the past. You know, a lot of people ask me, did I ever like go on Facebook and try and find people that bullied me in high school and say, look at me now? And I was like, I'd rather relish in the people that love me than, you know, waste my time on all that garbage.
Well, and you're also relishing in all of the people that inspired you. I mean, Amanda Lepore, you are not only talking about these people, you drop names in that workroom like a leper dropping arms. You were just names, people. You educated yourself seriously about what you do. So you lived the nightmare seriously.
Right.
And now you're working with these people. Does it freak you? Do you just step back and go, whose life am I living?
Well, I didn't drop as many names as Willem. So first of all, I want to say that. But I knew that my idols, the few that are still alive, that if I showed my appreciation and admiration for them on the TV show, that I would have a good chance of working with them, because I don't want to meet Cher. I don't need to work with Lady Gaga. I don't need to have lunch with Nicki Minaj. My idols are a pretty tangible group of superstars. And so, not only did I wasn't trying to kiss their ass, I was basically trying to educate younger kids that might not know about the underground scene and people that really made a difference back in the day when fags used to be punk as fuck and you know, when gays used to, instead of being interior designers, we were the club terrorists. And I wanted to remind kids how cool we used to be.
Well, I think that you got a true stamp of approval with that La Gaga. That's how I call her,
Oh,
La Gaga. Because she loved your costume, talked about them no matter what anyone else said about you on the show. She loved you. Have you met her?
I've never met her.
Stuck up. She's stuck up.
No, I don't know. And you know what? Sometimes I try to distance my character away from hers because the media tends to try and put things very close together. They try to call me the new Jeffree Star, or the Gaga of drag. I just want to be Sharon Needles. So in the past, I have said some maybe slightly unsavory thing about the Queen of Pop, and I realize that I don't mean it. I'm just trying to slightly distance myself from her. Yesterday, I was in Montreal. I was sitting in a gay bar where no one knew who I was, and they kind of left me alone. And a Lady Gaga video came up, and I've seen this video 10 million times. Goosebumps just up and down my body, and I realized I don't dislike this woman at all. I just think I'm really fucking jealous.
Well, now, speaking of superstars that talk about you, have you ever come up against somebody that you've admired and maybe kind of gone, oh, that was disappointing?
Well, the industry can be very brutal about what people say about us and their opinions. So
and people are human, they have bad days, sometimes you catch them.
Exactly. So I choose not to judge superstars because my whole life I've been obsessed with fame and looked at celebrities as almost superheroes or these unattainable angels. And now I realize that they're actual people that work their goddamn ass off just to stay relevant. So I try to not to pick on anyone. But I am shocked by stars that I meet that I'm absolutely starstruck by. Like I was just having lunch in Neil Patrick Harris' house, and I could care less. But I ran into Carrot Top in Las Vegas, and I had to pick up my jaw off the floor. I was just shocked, and I was dressed like Peggy Bundy, so I thought we both looked really similar.
Well, now I know the power of you. You tweeted just something fabulous about my videos about you and the RuPaul's Drag Race, and 1,000 people in 20 minutes check me out because you said so.
Right.
Do you realize the power you have now that you're a superstar?
I do. I realize that my fans not only admire me or think I'm beautiful, they think I'm cool, and that's one area I can agree with them. I don't think I'm necessarily very beautiful or fabulous, but I think I'm pretty fucking cool because I was a self-taught faggot who, instead of just following the pop train all the way to Fagtown, I really taught myself some really cool shit. So I'm glad to share it with kids. Do I feel the responsibility to be a role model? No. I am not here to tell anyone it gets better, and I'm not here to say the right things at all times. The only example I can give is to be honest at all times. And I do have a new song on my album called Let's All Die that I pray my fans don't take too seriously.
Well, I'll tell you right now, the reason that you're a superstar to me is you were an underdog who stood out, did her thing no matter what anyone else said, and you shine, and I love you for it. Everyone out in that room loves you for it. There was a lineup of Gloucester. No one's ever lined up on Gloucester for nothing on this street.
Well,
in this city, congratulations and thank you.
Thank you. Now being in this position, I no longer stand in lines, but I do snort a lot more of them.
Well, we're going to get to that later. I'm Wilma Fingerdoo with Sharon Needles from ITV and YouTube. Shut your face.
Happy Halloween. I
so
love you,
serious.
Wilma.
I love you too. Mwah.